Today we are going to be talking about 9 realistic items to keep in your car. The best way I can describe this bag is get me to the next gas station. I have a flat tire and the next exit is a mile away and I gotta get off this highway. It's 5 a.m. I'm by myself in a hotel parking lot and my battery's dead. No one's around to help me. What do? You can absolutely build a really nice safety kit for darn near any situation you could potentially face. Shout out to Steve Ranella and the Meat Eater crew. I picked this book up a few years ago called The Meat Eater Guide to Wilderness Skills and Survival. And inside of here, they have lists to put together a kit, just every impossible imaginable situation kit versus, hey, I'm going day camping and I just need to throw something in a light backpack or something like that. This video is going to be much more of a tamed down version of a kind of a survival kit. The first item you should put in your kit is a battery powered air compressor. I've used the compressor not just for pumping up automobile tires, but bike tires as well, side-by-side tires, actually a bag of soccer balls because it comes with a sports needle that just threads right on. The thing I like about this is you can actually tell what PSI you want it to inflate the item to, and it will stop once it hits that, so it won't overinflate your tires or your soccer balls or footballs or whatever you're doing with this. And that is a nice safety feature so you don't end up hurting yourself or the item that you are trying to inflate. The second item is a battery pack that can jumpstart your car. Why I decided to pick up a battery powered pack is because I don't know if there's going to be someone around to help me. The tried and true jumper cables are great. And yeah, I do have a pair of these on my truck too. But guess what? There's 2 ends to these. That means someone has to be on the other end to help you out. And if you are on the side of the road or middle of the night or whatever, and there's not another car available for you, or something as simple as, hey, my battery's on the wrong side of the car and nothing will reach unless I jump a curb or go into a grass or whatever it might be, these don't always work. But with this, you are self-sufficient. One full charge can get you about 5 to 6 jumps, depending on how dead the battery is, I should say. My wife has a hybrid and there was something wrong with the motor and she put this in there and she had to jumpstart her car for about a week because there was some kind of recall on it. This saved her and kept her safe. There's other added features as well. You know, there's USB ports, so if your car is dead and you need to charge your phone, you can grab this. If you're out camping and you're by a campfire, you can pull this by the campfire and charge things or throw it in your tent overnight as well. So yeah, the primary purpose is to jumpstart your car, but it's also just a big, huge battery pack as well. If you are appreciating any of these tips on how to put together a good safety kit, I would appreciate it if you could take a quick moment, maybe hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. The third item to add to the kit is some kind of multi-tool. The multi-tool is one of the best things that you can put inside your car. A good multi-tool will have obviously a pair of pliers. It will have a couple of different type of blades on it, from a straight blade to a serrated blade. It will have screwdriver tips from a Phillips head to a flat head screwdriver. And it's just nice because you don't know what you're going to need to fix things or tighten things or loosen things. And as opposed to trying to get an entire toolkit into your car, this guy will get you out of most situations. So there are all different kinds of multi-tools. The name brands that you might recognize when you first search something is Leatherman. They make a tremendous product, but it is also a little bit more on the pricey side. But it is sturdy and it's going to last forever. I picked up another one somewhere along the line from Sheffield, and they make a great product as well. But you know, it just kind of depends on what your flavor is on tool. Multi-tools come in all different sizes as well. This little guy is great because it is lighter weight. So if you are doing some type of hiking trip where you're trying to cut weight and not only pounds but ounces matter, I'd recommend going out and getting one of these smaller ones. You still have all the same features and functionalities of the larger ones, just in a smaller package. The fourth item to add to the kit is a good old can of Fix-A-Flat. So for the Fix-A-Flat, it is not enough just to have the air compressor in your car if there's a screw in your tire, because no matter how much air you put in there, it's gonna come right back out. This is a great product. It is super easy to use, super easy to follow instructions. The Fix-A-Flat combined with the air compressor can get you out of that less than ideal situation. Okay, so I'm actually shooting this clip 2 to 3 weeks after I completed the other stuff that you're about ready to watch, because I showed the video to my wife and a couple of my buddies, and the recommendations to add to the bag were exponential, and I appreciated that. But it made me realize you all are probably going to have the same reaction, and I welcome it. That's what I wanted to share. Please put something that I missed or something that should be added or swapped out of this bag down in the comments section. Like, for instance, I don't talk about a glass breaker and a seatbelt cutter in this, and that's okay, because I'm not talking about you being in a lake or in a wreck. I'm talking about flat tires and dead batteries and stuff like that. Or one of my other buddies said, what about a gas siphon? What if you need gas? Like, that is a great one to add as well, but I didn't put it in this particular bag because that's not what this bag focuses on. So I hope you all appreciate that, and please add your comments down below. Add your own list down below, and let's have some fun with this. Item number 5 is a good, sturdy flashlight. So for the flashlight, obviously we all know what it's used for. There's a couple of different types of flashlights that I would get. The first one I would do is get one that has a metal housing in case you drop it or something like that when you're on the side of the road. It's just more durable. This one has like 3 different functions. Obviously, you can just use it for a normal light, but you can see that you can focus the beam. So if you want to set it on the ground and get more of a wide shot of it changing a tire or something like that. And then also it has this SOS, so you can set it on the side of the road and get some help as well. Number 6 is a pair of good, tough, weather-resistant gloves. For the gloves, it's not necessarily to keep your hands warm, which they can do, but really I got the heavy-duty ones because it's not always 70 degrees and sunny, unless you're in San Diego, because it might be 10 degrees and you need to change your tire and your hands are going to freeze, and there's nothing worse than a skinned knuckle on some type of hard surface. So go out and get a pair of gloves that will protect your knuckles as well as your fingers. Has a good, thick, durable pad. A nice added feature is if you're trying to watch a YouTube video of how to change a tire or whatever you're doing, these gloves come with the compatibility to use a touchscreen phone and stuff like that. So check that out, and these are worth their weight in gold. Next up for number 7 is an array of the most widely used batteries. For the batteries, it pretty much is self-explanatory. Whether your flashlight's out of batteries or something like that, it's always good just to have extra batteries at the ready. The one type of battery that you don't see here is those CR 2024s, that kind of the very flat, skinny, small battery, because I did have one in my pack because it matched up the battery in my key fob and I had to use it. I got locked out of my car because I didn't see the indicator. It just went from it's working 1 second to not, and thankfully, and I'll probably throw a picture on it just so you can see what I'm talking about. Thankfully, I had that in my pack and I used the key to unlock it manually, got the battery out and fixed it when I was on a road trip. Number 8 is some kind of space-saving blanket. For the blanket, it is obviously it can keep you warm in case you break down on the side of the road. But really what I use this for is you never know what kind of surface you're going to be changing a flat tire on. Is it going to be nice, smooth blacktop? Is that blacktop 1,000 degrees because it's 108 degrees outside and you're in the middle of the desert? Is it raining and wet? Is it on a gravel road? And sometimes you just need to put down a little bit of protection from you and the ground so you can work safely. Number 9 is cold hard cash. This one is a little more self-explanatory. You never know when you're going to need cash. If you're out somewhere where they don't take credit cards, they don't have Apple Pay, and good old American greenbacks can get you out of a situation. One tip though, I wouldn't just throw a $100 bill in there, because then you can't break it. I would put some 20s in there, some smaller denomination, so you can take out what you need and it doesn't put you necessarily in a vulnerable spot where someone's like, yeah, I'll take that 100. So have it in smaller denominations so it gives you more control on how to pay for something should you need to. For the bonus tip, it's all about organization. One thing I would highly recommend is never storing your items like this. So I grabbed a small, inexpensive pack off of Amazon, and this is a great way to prevent what you saw, which was having all those things just spread out, rolling around inside your trunk. I recommend putting together some type of variation of kit like this so that when you do end up in a jam, you can be more self-sufficient and help yourself out.